morning, chaps and chappesses. It's Thursday the 25th of March, and I haven't done any recording on much the last couple of days because I was just kind of pottering about, tidying up the allotments and watering basically, so there's not much to see. But this morning I decided to bring some of my tomatoes down because my attic's just full of plants, running out of space, and it was hard trying to get some decent light onto them, because obviously the kind of roof window only kind of focus enough light on a particular area. So I brought my atomic grapes, which has done quite well, size shooting already, so I'll nip these off before planting them into a bigger pot. And this is a Lima citrina tomato plant. Again, I'll transfer into a bigger pot, as you can see. I mean, these pots are brilliant. These biodegradable, the roots are starting to come through. It's not quite ready to put into bigger pots yet, plus I'm waiting for some other plants to develop before I move on. The pak choi is doing well. These are red leaf pak choys. I'll be harvesting them, some today, and maybe later on in a week's time I'll have some for my mum and dad. So yes, so I was just it was like yesterday. Basically yesterday I had misplaced my car keys, and what happened was while I was tidying up in the coal frame, I dropped out my hoodie pockets, unaware obviously. So when I finished tidying up, heading back to my car, and I'm going, right, where's my car keys? Where's my car keys? I just couldn't find my car keys. Backtracked everywhere, followed both the routes, couldn't find it anywhere. Took me half an hour to find it, and there it was, in the coal frame, tucked away underneath one of the, or beside one of the side walls. I'm going, thank goodness. So this morning I was bringing the plants. I'm going la 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 la, walking there, walking, and as I turn round, I'm going, why is the polytunnel door wide open? Why is my shed wide open? And then I realised, you numpty! You forgot to lock up after you found your car keys. Oh! So yeah, now going to work. Come back later on, show you what I'm going to do, a couple of things. Only really got an hour. My missus is getting her vaccine jab today, so I had mine on Saturday. Felt shit after a couple of days, but better now, thankfully. So yeah, I'll see you in a tick. Just like that, work is over. Back at my polytunnel. It's turned shite now. It's dull, windy, slightly wet. Not ideal. However, I was going to sow some stuff, well, transplant some stuff, but what I've done 4 days ago was I put these Monge 2s into some towel, wet it, and now it's all sprouted. I'll probably wait till tomorrow now before I transplant them. This is how my dad used to, I suppose he still could, it does, if he finds the energy, to grow peas. He grows these massive Monge 2s, it's like mega size. I prefer the kind of more petite, dainty ones. Also, I've put these climbing beans in as well, and they're kind of sprouted, not as well as the Monge 2s. Not as successful as Monge 2s actually, so see how they go in the next couple of days. Maybe it's to do with the heat in the polytunnel, I don't know. My poppies are in there, but they haven't germinated at all. I've got my cosmos, they're doing well. The Chinese Asian spring onions hasn't sprouted yet. Got some pak choi in there to replace the ones that, for these ones to kind of be, I can see myself using this up within the next 3-4 weeks. The potatoes hasn't chitted. These are the golden wonders. Just looks, in fact, if you look closely, they have slightly chitted there. So probably give it another 2 weeks. And the other potatoes, yeah, they're the same kind of process. You can see the wee green thing coming out, so they're probably ready in about a week's time. There you go. And I sowed these this morning. Obviously these are the yard beans. Nothing, no life in them just yet, so very hopeful, very hopeful. So I'm not doing anything today. Like I said, I'll do a video tomorrow on the Mange 2s, and if it's dry I'll see what's available. It's dark Greek and see how it goes then. Catch you tomorrow. Oh, these are my cost lettuce. Whoops. Yeah, decent height. Look at them. Doing well. Quite healthy and green. This is my aubergine. It's been nibbled by a slug. Ah, where is he? Where is he? There he is. I'll find him one day. I'll find him. Look at the wee trails. Definitely a slug. Don't know where it could be. It could be hiding anywhere. Probably underneath the cardboard, more than likely. Here he is. Look. Ah, the blighter. Ah. I'll put it in some water, that'll kill it. See, there we go, yes, it's working. It's Friday! Yahoo! I came down I was going to come down this morning and do a video, but the weather was that crap. It was windy, it was wet, it was horrible. The weather today has been like atrocious. 1 minute, when I say 1 minute, it's like 1 hour, it's like dull and gloomy and wet and windy. Next minute the sun comes out. And in this weather the weeds are growing, my hair's growing. You can just see over there the clouds. It's like, oh, it's horrible, but things are moving quite fast. My attic's just full of young growth. So today I am going to transplant my wee samurai carrots. If you remember, I had pre-sowed it in a tray along with other 3 types of carrots, put in the fridge and stuff like that. They seem to have germinated a wee bit. However, a samurai just failed miserably, so I sowed these into fine compost and basically just plucked them out and put it into wee cells for transplanting on. So that's what I'm doing. There you have it. Nice wee rows. So I've got these Mange 2s. There they are. And some paper towel, water, and this is the way my dad used to do it ages and ages ago. He was doing it for ages obviously, and I used to see him do that and I thought, he's so old fashioned. Why can't you just plunk it in the ground? You know, and then water and let it grow, but obviously experience. Twofold doing this method: A is to see what germinates and what doesn't, and B, it stops the rodents eating it before it starts germinating. So yeah, it's done quite well. I'll just show you it here. As you can see, there's about maybe 2, 3 that hasn't germinated. There you go, those 2 there, those dark ones, hasn't germinated. So I'm just going to put that into my wee little trough. Will you raise bed? Right. So all I'm going to do is, these weeds just comes everywhere, I'm telling you. I'm just going to remove the mulch, just scrape it back a bit. I'm just going to do it there, just in case I don't have enough. Just expose this bit here. Just into the ground. And then all I'm going to do so once that's done, all I then do is just like sprinkle compost on top. Give a wee water, just embed them down. Tuck it back in. Weeds are meant to grow through mulch as much as this. Maybe there's seeds in the mulch, I don't know. Right, there's more here. The good thing about the seedlings growing, the weeds growing through the mulch is they're quite easy to pull out. And they're quite leggy, so it's quite good. Right, in my greenhouse I have peppers, cauliflower, kohlrabi, mustards, sunflowers, and I think these were originally sweet peas, but looking at them it kind of resembles more like monsters. Maybe I mislabelled them, but I'm sure these are sweet peas, so I'll wait and see how it goes. I've got Cosmos and I've got, what are they called again? Cotton blue. Anyway, it grows with poppies once my poppy starts growing. So yes, that's the thing if you don't label them properly. I've got some volunteer mustards here, doing quite well. There's water in there, there's always water in there, so it's doing quite well. And an empty home. It's gone away home. Let's flee. Yeah. Right. I was going to plant some potatoes today, but I don't think those are quite ready yet. Oops, get out of the way. And the ones in the polytunnel, they haven't really chitted that much compared to the last time I was showing you. Look, they've probably kind of grown an extra half a centimetre. We've still got halfway to go yet, so I'll hang fire. What I need to do is plant this up, a wee aubergine, because the slugs been at it. I'll put it into a pot and put some copper tape around it. I stepped on it accidentally as well. Oh! So yes, better do that. Yeah. Yeah, it's Friday. Mad scientist. And greetings from the house. Not outside last couple of days. The weather has been atrocious. Windy, wet, windy, wet. So no point me going out. So what I'm going to do is just a wee quick video for today to tell you what I'm sowing at the moment. I was going to show you 2 cucumbers, what it's worth trying. One of them definitely is, the other one I don't know of because I bought these heirloom cucumbers from America a few years back. You see, that's it there. Now, unfortunately, it says, mind you, it's packed in for 2019 sale by 31st of December 2019, so it might be okay. Yeah. So I don't actually know what these are like. I did manage to germinate a couple of them last year, I think it was, but I planted in the polytunnel too early, and we had a couple of days of light frost, and that was just enough to kill it, unfortunately. So cucumbers don't like frost at all, not frost tolerant at all. So if you're going to grow these, especially down in Scotland, probably alright down anywhere else further south, but up in Scotland, then keep it under glass or in your house until that frost is well and truly over. Okay, and it takes about 5 to 10 days to germinate, so I'll be keeping it at that. Yeah, I'm going to grow a couple of those. Also going to grow is it's called Japanese cucumber, also known as, and the proper name for them is actually zipangu. It's quite a fresh tasting, not that much liquor in it, so it's good for pickling as well if you want to pickle them. It is quite hedgehoggy, but you can just peel that, you just kind of use a potato peel and scrape that bit off. But it's a lovely cucumber, it's good for stir fry, salads, sandwiches because it doesn't go all mushy, and good for pickling as well. That's it there. Can you see it? It's called zipangu. So, but again, it's not frost tolerant. So the other other 2 things I'm growing is it's called spaghetti melon, and these can grow to a size of a watermelon. It's quite a large vegetable, this, and it can spread basically in a season. It can spread about 2.5 to 3 meters square. So just bear that in mind unless you start chopping the wee side shoots or kind of folding it into a raised bed. That'll keep it within its area, and it does need pollination, prefer bumblebees, or if you don't, then if you're going to keep it inside a polytunnel, for example, then use a brush and hand pollinate it. They are male and female flowers, and you know the female ones that develops the melon, it has got a wee like a small ping pong ball behind it. It's slightly smaller than a ping pong ball. So the one that doesn't produce a melon is it just resembles a zucchini flower. So you just use a brush and just kind of pollinate it, just cross pollination, or else if you don't do that, you've got no fruit at all. So that's why ideally you want it outside because you get the bees to pollinate it. Like I said, if it's a polytunnel, then you need to self-pollinate. Now, these are what it looks like. It's lovely for soup and stir fry. I saw it in Gardener's World, and there was a South African woman who's growing them, and she uses it for a salad. Never used it before, but that's it. That's it there. Alright. So it can grow quite big. In fact, my dad grows like 20-30 plants at a time and nowhere to put it, and he's got a big garden. It just grows everywhere, and because it grows everywhere, you can't cut the grass because that's where the kind of jumpers go, and that's why it can grow quite large, because wherever jumper lands on the ground, it sprouts roots, so it gives it new kind of life. So back in where my back in like Asia where it's grown, they usually put on trellises so it grows up so it doesn't kind of bunny hop, shall we say. But they do have a lot of weight in it, so if you're going to grow it in trellis, make sure you've got some sort of sling or a proper trellis that can hold the weight. Bear in mind, each one of them can weigh about 2 kilos, 2 kilo in weight, so it can grow quite heavy. If you let it mature properly, the seeds will go black like that, and these are the ones you can harvest and grow again the following year. However, if you grow them quite young, the seeds are edible when you cook it. They're quite soft and tender, but the seeds are not, you can't keep it for the following year, as the seed inside hasn't really formed properly. Trust me. The other one that I'm going to grow is quite a sweet pumpkin. Everybody has grown it before, and it's called, if I can pronounce it properly, let's see, it's Uchikikuri. Uchikikuri, I think it is. I think that's the proper name of it. Let's see. It's Uchikikuri seeds, pumpkins, and that's it there. Now they're meant to grow the size of a baseball, so it's roughly that big, but there was one of them that grew to about the size of a softball, which was quite large. It was quite sweet as well, and I made it into a kind of Thai pumpkin soup. Wife didn't like it, it was too sweet, but it was nice with a buttered crusty roll, so it was. Right, how I plan to germinate these is using the paper towel, wet paper towel in a container, keep it in a nice warm place for 5-10 days and see if it germinates. I mean, by all means, yeah, the other method of doing it is just plunk it in some compost and keeping it wet. Then after 5-10 days, if the climate's right, you will see a germination. It's just that I like doing it this way now. I kind of grown fond to it ever since doing the other seeds. Fair enough, the carrots didn't do too well, but I can see if it germinates, if I need to re-sow them again basically. So that's it there. That's all we seeds. That's the shark fin melon or spaghetti melon. That's your cheeky curry and a few of the cucumbers. So that's a wetted towel. Put it in. Disturbed it there. Put it in, seal it, and put it into a nice warm place. No lights required until it germinates, obviously. And that's it, Bob's your uncle. What's happening, guys? Tuesday now. Yesterday was extremely windy. I couldn't be bothered going out. I did go out to the polytunnel just to water the plants, but I didn't do much, to be honest. So today's a better day. It's nice and sunny. It was in its high 30s, now it's in the mid 30s in the polytunnel. I'll just close this door. Creaking quite a bit. That's better. I'm going to plant my chitted desirees, the potatoes, into the no-dig compost and the dug-out compost and in pots. The potato fabric pots that my niece made me, which was great, a slight disaster on them. The jackdaws was obviously busy nesting, and as you can see yourself in a moment, you can see that they've plucked holes into them, obviously for the nest. Initially I thought it was mice or rats, but no, I think it's the jackdaws been picking. You can see the grey one, which is more of a stiffer material. They've attempted it. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Right, what I am planting out are epicure potatoes, and I've already fertilised each of the ditches with fish bone and blood meal, some chicken manure and potato feed. That's epicure. It has kind of chitted about 15 mils or 1.5 centimetres to old school. So I'm just going to put it all in. I'm going to put 2 in each pot apart from the fabric. Yes, I'm using the fabric again. Got to use it up any day. And just going to put it in here. Now, as you can see, I have on the bottom there, I have compost on a cardboard. This is the no dig experiment as well. And basically no dig is what I perceive no dig is basically a raised bed without borders. I just want to see how good a result they would be. So I'll space them out about 12 inches apart and then just cover it with soil. I'll give it a quick water. If you're wondering what the balloons are for, it's not for my birthday or anything like that. it's really to, I'm hoping it deters the jackdaws. Now the reason that came up with that idea was when I retired, I had balloons in the back door which I had brought back from my work, and during that time when the balloons was outside, not a single bird was seen. So I'm hoping it has the same effect here. Fingers crossed. Time will tell, I suppose. So that's it. That's it all planted out. How you doing, guys? Right, back to my house, and it's now Wednesday, so I'm going to post this tonight, so you'll probably see it on Thursday onwards. Right, just want to quickly show you the seeds that I had put into the tub about 4 days ago. They've started to germinate, as you can see. Now, I've added these ones in it. It's called bitter melon. Now, I don't particularly like these, but I grew up from my mum, and they look like blistered courgettes or something like that. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Blistered courgettes, and they're quite a bitter taste, and you need to stir fry it. Mum does it and stuff like that. I don't really particularly like it, but I usually sow about 3 or 4 and let it grow in a greenhouse, and last year I produced about 12, so that's a pretty good produce. You basically just let it grow wild in a greenhouse. Don't think about kind of keeping it tidy. Although you can try, but the more flowers, the better chance you get fruits. And again, it's like a wee bit like your winter melons. You know, it's got male and female flowers, so you have to, if you don't have any moths or bees going in there, then you will need to self-pollinate, which I often do. I just go there every couple of days. You only have a short window to pollinate them as well, so if you've got a flower about to open up, just make sure you go the next day, because like I said, a short window, after 48 hours they just die, and you've lost your chance to pollinate them. So they are doing well. I've got one watermelon, I've got one shark fin melon, has, as we call it, toothed. I've got the Uchiki Curie, a few of those has opened up, and oh yeah, there it is, stuck to my paper towel. Is it? We melon seed. I have 2 of those opened up, so they're doing well. I'm going to keep it in there for another day, and I'll put it into one of those hope you had a good Easter weekend. The weather's been up and down. Not down, it's been lovely during the day, friggin' freezing during the night. So I've not been doing much in the weekend, to be honest. It was so cold. We had some ground frost. Some of my tomato plants had been hit quite a wee bit, so I'm hoping that they come out okay. Time will tell. As you can see, it's kind of been frostbitten. I've now put a fleece over it, but it could be too late, but see how it looks. What I'm going to do today, I've got some beans to put out, and the beans were germinated using the paper towel method. That's it there. And what I'll be doing is I will be using the same technique as the Monge 2s. Basically, I'll put that into the ground and then I will plank some compost on top of that so it doesn't disturb the roots. I do need to shove it in, fearing I might break the roots. I'll just put a good inch layer of compost on top, and hopefully it will germinate, and I think we could get frost again in about 4 days time, but hopefully it hasn't emerged then, so I won't kill it off. Fingers crossed. I also got some teddy bear sunflower, which again using the paper towel method. That's it there, don't know if you can see it. So yes, that's what I'm doing today. Evening chaps, chapaces, gardeners, fellow allotmenteers, and this is the end of week vlog, just to update you. But it's fine, good. Right, it is pretty cold out there. It's been, it's like the baby sister of Beast from the East has came round, and it hasn't been too kind to my polytunnel. In fact, I was in this, just went to check the polytunnel to water some of the plants, the pak choys and so forth, and to check out my chillies and tomatoes. And I think most of my chilli tomatoes, especially the likes of the lemon centrina and the atomic grape, has bit the dust, as they say. It's limp, it looks like it's like, you know when something like being cooped up in a plastic bag, it's kind of squishy looking. Well, that's it. I think that was the atomic grape that's bitten the dust. The centrina doesn't look too good either. So on top of the tomato seeds I've resown, I will be growing, I saw these on wheel seeds, you see it, wheel seeds. This is asparagus kale, and they look quite nice in the picture. I've never grown these, so it's a wee experiment. Also got cabbage F1 hybrid. Okay, and these are Korean squash. Now, they can grow to a size of a softball, but I tend to harvest it when it's nice, kind of courgette ball size, normal courgette, which is about the size, just slightly bigger than a cricket ball, and it's nice and sweet. It's actually more tasty than the normal kind of long courgettes that you get. It's great for baking, well, stewing and soups and so forth and stuff, right? So that's the three things I'm growing. The Korean squash, I will be using the kind of paper towel method to let it germinate, and then I'll put that into some soil. And that's it. That's it for today. That's the end of the week. And yeah, it's been one of those weeks. The sun's been out, but it's been pretty cold. It's been pretty frosty. That's nature, I suppose. Hopefully, I'll still have enough time to sow and let the tomatoes grow. The chillies, yeah, they're not looking too great at the moment, but at least upstairs I've still got a few which I can plant out, I can take out, so yeah. That's the way it goes, isn't it? Hopefully your allotment and plants are doing a lot better than mine. Yeah, see how it goes. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, see you later, take care.